Hello, welcome back to RetroBreak and welcome back to yet another very exciting Game Boy based episode. As the title suggests, there's two really exciting things for me to show you guys in this video. So I'm going to start the video with this here, which just turned up in the post a few hours ago and I've been itching to unbox it while I've been working from home today. So without further ado, let's see what we've got in here. And these are a lot of games sent over to me by Game Boy Shack. So I'll put a link to his Instagram and website in the description. If you don't already know him, he's a fantastic guy and he does a lot of gaming conventions around the UK. And I saw that he was having a clear out of some of the lesser quality games that he couldn't sell, so I ordered quite a lot of them off him. They've all sold out now, but I'll put a link in the description to the thing where you can order these in case he does any more in the future, because I think it was a really good idea. So let's see what I've got. And I've got no idea what this is because, like the title suggests, this is just a mystery bag of goodies, and I was wondering if you'd include these. Yes, there's some Moams and a little pin badge as well, so thank you so much for that. And we've got two little boxes here full of random Game Boy and Game Boy Advance games, I think. So let's get this opened up. And I am really excited to see what's in here. I actually have no clue whatsoever, and I have no clue what kind of condition they're going to be in either, so I think each one of these has 6 games in, and wow, yeah, he wasn't wrong when he said he wouldn't be able to sell these. So I don't know why I found this so funny. It looks like it says TETROS. I honestly have no idea why I found that so funny, but there's the I've gone bright red. Look, there's the first game, TETROS. I'm literally crying and I have to give me a second. Oh man. We've also got Tom and Jerry on the Game Boy Color, and we have some completely Chinese 25-in-1 Game Boy cartridge. We also have Asterix and Obelix, the European version, so that's pretty cool. And 2 GBA games with very bad covers. We have Final Fight 1, which is completely ruined, and we also seem to see why am I finding this so funny? I think I'm going crazy through the lockdown. We also and we also have a fake version of Final Fantasy VI. So that's what came in the first one. Now let's open up the second set. I'm dying to see what's in here. This was fantastic. I'm definitely going to order some more of these if he does another set in the future. Phew, so looks like we got an interesting selection of games in this one. So we've got, surprisingly nice condition, we've got Golf for the original Game Boy. Of course, Mario's first sports outing along with the NES game. We also have Scooby-Doo and the Cyber Chase on the GBA, so that's pretty cool. We've also got a Japanese game here. I've got no idea what this one is. Looks like it's something to do with robots from Bandai. And I'm not actually sure if I've already got this game. I think I might have. And I've still got a tear on my eye from laughing so much just then. I don't know why that made me laugh so much, but I'm glad it did. I needed a laugh. And we've also got Wario Land for the original Game Boy, which is really cool. Super Mario Land 3, of course. One of my favourite games on the system, so that's really cool. Also, Pokemon Pinball without the flap at the top for putting the AAA battery for the rumble. But that's really cool. Pokemon Pinball is a great game on the Game Boy, so really happy to have that. And the last one we've got here is Spider-Man for the Game Boy Advance. So that was really cool. Like I said, I'll put a link in the description so you can go and check out Game Boy Shack online. He has a great online store, so even though he's not actually doing conventions at the minute, you can go on there, see all the stuff that he's got in stock. I think he's up to almost 1,000 games on there now, so definitely go and have a look at that. So that was really fun. Now I've got 6 games here that I picked up while I was in Japan, and I just wanted to show you guys what they are because I picked up 5 really interesting games and 1 really boring one. So I guess we can start with the boring one, and that is this Naruto game here, which is called Naruto something Ninja Council 2, I think. Nothing too exciting. It seems like quite a basic 2D side-scrolling beat-em-up style game. Kind of like the Jump Superstars game, but not as good, but I'm sure that it has its fans, and it did get a release overseas as well. Now the next one here, this one's a lot more interesting for me personally. This is called Magical Hoshin, and the reason I picked this one up, you're going to be sick and tired of me talking about these developers by the end of the year, but of course I picked this one up because it was made by Quintet, one of my all-time favourite developers. This game is actually a sequel to a GameCube game called... let me just figure out what it's called Mystic Quest, which I don't actually have, but I'm definitely planning on getting it before I do a video about this game properly, so very much looking forward to trying this out. Unfortunately though, there is no fan translation online as of yet, so I'll have to try and stumble my way through the game using game FAQs or something, but very excited to have it regardless. And I have another little story about Magical Hoshin before we move on to the next game. I picked this one up from Super Potato in Ikebukuro in Tokyo, and I actually showed the lady behind the till the box art for this game because I couldn't find it anywhere, and she actually went and picked it out for me from the shelf, so I'm really grateful for that. And I still have a video about Super Potato from Ikebukuro to upload on my channel in the future, so I really hope you look forward to that. I've still got loads of videos from Japan that I haven't got around to editing yet, so there's still loads of really cool stuff to come. Now the next one, this game does have a fan translation, and it was also a game that I was very excited to get. This is called Magical Vacation, and this is actually the prequel to one of my favourite DS games, Magical Star Sign. So I was always really confused why this never got an official release in the UK, but I'm very excited to give this one a go along with a fan translation, and I've been excited about this game ever since I first saw it in a GBA magazine, and they showed off a really nice looking graphic of the, I think it was of like a caravan in the background with some hills and trees and stuff, and I just thought it looked amazing, so really looking forward to giving this one a go. Now, the next one here, I think I'll talk about this one. This is Starfy 3, and with me picking up this game, that means that I now have every game in the Starfy series. Unfortunately, I didn't find this one boxed, but last time I went to Japan, I picked up Starfy 1 and 2. If you don't know, it's a really nice little platforming game that was made exclusively for Nintendo, but all the way up until Starfy 4 on the DS, it never got a release outside of Japan. And as far as I know, it's never got a release in the UK ever. Even the DS one only came out in America and Japan, so really happy to finish off my Starfy collection, and maybe I'll do a video about the whole series in the future because it is a really good and cute game. It kind of reminds me of the Kirby games, but of course you play as the little star guy instead, so really happy to have that. Now, 2 games left here. This one, I've wrote down what it's called. This one is called The Simple 2960 Breakout or Block series game or something like that. This one actually also got a release on several other consoles. I think it was also on the PS2. This is as simple as it gets, like the title suggests. This is literally just Breakout or Arkanoid. There's nothing really special about it, and unfortunately it doesn't really play that well either. The ball physics don't really make a lot of sense half the time. I do like the fact that you can press the A button to make the paddle hit the ball a little bit faster, and you can get power-ups just like the old Arkanoid games. So it is quite fun, but for some reason the ball randomly drops really fast and you have to try and catch it, and I don't really like that about it. But apart from that, it's a nice little arcadey style game for the GBA. Can't really go wrong with any of these simple series games. They're always really fun, in short bursts at least. And the last game to talk about in this video, and this is on my huge quest to get every single game ever released in the Tetris series. This one is called Tetris Advance, and this is not Tetris World. This is actually a completely different Tetris Advance game that only came out in Japan. This one was made by Success and published by THQ. And unfortunately they got a few really key things wrong with this game. It plays really well. It's a very modern style of Tetris. It's got the hard drop, it's got the block shadow so you can line up your drops and stuff. It plays really well, it looks really well, but unfortunately the controls themselves are a little bit sluggish, so it takes a while for the block to go from one side of the screen to the other. But the thing that really kills the game for me is the difficulty. Even playing the game through on Expert, I still managed to get 400 lines, and it just kept going and going and going, so I just had to stop playing. Because for some reason, even though they increase the speed, it then reverts the speed back, so you have enough chance to clear out a lot of the playing field before it builds back up again. But it seems like the kind of Tetris game that could just go on forever if you're any good at Tetris. So I don't really recommend it for that reason, but it's still an interesting game, and I'm very excited to have it at least for my collection. So That's it for this episode, guys. I'm now going to go and play the new Trackmania game. I'm really excited for that. I've got a stream running over there from Riolu, so I'm going to go and watch it while I'm downloading it. And I am planning on doing a huge video about the Trackmania series very soon. I've now got all of the physical games and I've managed to download all the games too. So I really hope you look forward to seeing all of these Trackmania games in a lot more detail. And definitely go and check out the new game if you're interested. It's actually released today. So either go and get it on the Epic Store or on Uplay. It's not actually available on Steam, sadly. But I'm really excited to give it a go anyway, and I will share some details if you guys want to join my club and try out some of the tracks that I'm making. So that's it for this episode. I really hope you enjoyed it. Loads of great Game Boy stuff, like I said, and I just loved having a laugh at all them games that came from Game Boy Shack. That was fantastic. So thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to comment, subscribe, check out Patreon and Coffee, links are in the description, and I'll see you next week for the next episode. Goodbye!